card do you wish to pick? We have card 1, alignment, card 2, enlightenment, or card 3, expansion. Just zoom in for you. There we go. Which one calls your name? I'll give you a few moments to look over. I'm so sorry, we've gone back to a wobbly camera because for some reason my program is struggling with using a JPEG in the program, so I'm just going to have to do this for now. I do apologise about the wobble there that's going on. It's my shaky hands. Okay, let's get into your readings. If you need more time to look at the cards, then please do feel free to pause this section of the video before continuing to your time span. Thank you. Hello! Good evening. Today's reading is going to be a good one. Oh, sorry, I forgot my opening spiel. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to another episode of Applebee's Tarot and Spiritual Life. Just going to light my candles. Just let Spirit know I'm ready to work. There we go. Brilliant. Got that bit sorted. Oh dear. Right, this is the first card of our pick a card, 3-card reading, and this is the beautiful card. It is the card of alignment with number 14. And you can go, what's number 14 represent? Well, I'll put it up on the screen. Editing Amy, do your bit. Okay. Welcome. So this is a message just for you. Yes, you. So let's start, shall we? Now, I have the book. The book. We're going to read you I can't even talk again today. What's going on? I'm going to say the meaning of the card from the book for you. A covenant of mind, body, and spirit. Your soul is your biggest fan. It knows the truth of you and loves you unconditionally. It is continuously streaming this information to you. To tune in, your mind, body, and spirit must all agree. In the now. Do this by meditating, focusing on your soul name, enjoying something you love, or having a nap. How many people know their soul name? I don't. The last time I asked my soul what my name was, my soul went, Lyra. That was a planet, a constellation, actually. It had nothing to do with my soul's name, but everything to do with where my soul was from. I guess you've got to keep trying. Its job is to maintain your soul station so you have a frequency to tune into. The nature of physical life is to create and expand. Sometimes life experiences will pull you out of alignment, so you can understand these experiences from a different angle. When you are out of alignment, you will automatically ask questions and want to create something different. Through this process, you gain clarity about your passions. Being out of alignment can feel awful. It really does. It is easy to blame a person or situation when we feel bad, but instead of asking why something is happening, take a breath, return to neutral and ask what you can create from the situation. And remember, your soul is consistent, loving home you can return to always. Never go to the victim blaming thing. Once we start entering victimhood, we get way off track because we then take ourselves out of the situation too much. So it's worth keeping that in mind. Soul Mastery class. Alignment is enlightenment. You have to buy yourself the deck to do the meditation. And I doubt very much everybody's been a run to go and get the deck just to do the meditation. So I won't read that. If any of you do want me to give you the meditation, please do say so in the comments and I will provide it for you. Okay. Inspired reflections and actions. Enlightenment or alignment is when your thoughts, words and actions are in harmony. Practice unconditional love. If you notice someone is out of alignment, check that you are in alignment. Then send healing light from your heart to theirs. Let go of any outcome. And finally, if you feel out of alignment, take a moment to realign and connect with your true self. You may have to break a conversation to do this. I find the most comfortable way is to tell others I'm going to the toilet. Show others the shift in you. Lead by example. And you can do journal work. Write down a list of images or words that automatically connect you to inspired, enlightened feelings that you can recall anytime. I do that. I have journal work now. What I do is I journal anything that happens to me on my spiritual walk, on my spiritual journey, because it allows me to keep track of everything that is coming in, all this information that's coming in my field of knowing and in vision and in traveling through, because to me it all has meaning, and I'm finding the more I actually interact with my life, the more meaning is coming into my field. And it's amazing actually, because we are the creators of our own journey. You start to understand how much is put there for you, and it's a lot. So start looking out for that, Pete. Start looking out on your journey of things that are there for you, and then go, hey, I've got to write that down when I get home, because that was so out of left field, but it was for me, and I know it was for me, so I'm going to write it down. It's a good idea. So alignment. So this is about body, mind, and soul. And yeah, I mean, we are going through the time of the Great Awakening, and our body, mind, and soul are coming into alignment with each other. Let's see where you are on this journey and what your message is for today. Ooh. It looks like you are in alignment. You've reached a stage in your life where you are able to manifest and know that you're manifesting, because we have the magician who works with as above, so below, and that's a knowledge of and it being able to do the energy work and create within this environment. So you're a manifester. You're manifesting. So look, so we can see the rest of your cards now. And you have that childlike, loving energy. And you actually have belief that, you know, pigs are going to fly, if you know what I mean. You're one of these people who is able to dream big and know that you could bring your dreams into manifestation if you so desire it to be the case. Mm. But you have to be careful of grandstanding. You have a, oh, what's the word for it? I need to look up my book for this one because I know what I want to say, but the brain is not giving me the words. So I'm going straight to this. Pessimism, resentment, and self-doubt. You have danger of not, well, it's not danger of grandstanding, sorry, danger and lack of grandstanding. You have a desire for acknowledgement for the things that you dream up, but you feel like you're not being worthy, you're not being seen, that all the gifts that you have are not being validated. Poppycock. Do you know, I learned that the only person who needs to be validated is you by yourself. You don't need other people's approval, okay? No one does. Because as long as we approve of ourselves and we have that confidence within ourselves, then we can actually move forward and create without that lacking in our lives, because it is a lack. If you lack that confidence, if you lack that confidence in your own abilities, then your abilities aren't going to be seen. They're not going to be validated because you're not seeing and validating yourself. So I think it's going to be really important for you to go back into alignment, to remove this lack of confidence, because you have it. You have it in spades. Card number ones. You are already in alignment. God does not, I always say this, and I will continually say it until I'm back in heaven, where it's known. God does not make duds. He's not made one dud, ever. We are all perfect when he births us. Perfectly perfect. Nothing wrong with us. And you need to see that within yourself. You need to see that divine perfection within. And it's not to give you a big head, and it's not to actually, give you a messiah complex, because no one needs that. But what I'm saying is that quiet, humble self-worth is what we all should own, and we should all have that love within ourselves. That self-love should come as a standard expectation for everybody, and I know that the way that it gets removed is through the things people say to us, our parents, our loved ones, our friends, and then the outside world. It is the school of hard knocks on planet Earth, but you do not need to lack this self-confidence, because you're a dreamer and you have the ability to manifest. And if you can actually get yourself back into alignment, sky's the limit, but it comes from a place of self-love. This is where we must go, to our heart space, and look within. Remember what was said about your soul loving you perfectly? If you can actually go within and listen to that love and go from that place of heart-centered consciousness and start to really see you for who you truly are, you peel away the layers of self-doubt. You really do. I've done it. And I for a very long time, I thought that I would never, ever be able to remove the damage that was done to me. I really did think I was just defective. And I was thinking, how do you remove something so ingrained? And it, I was thinking I would never get there. That's not true. It was a lie that my ego was telling me. And it was literally that damage reinforcing itself, because it didn't want to go. It didn't want to lose its life. It didn't want to actually have to do one. But I made it do one. How did I make it do one? How do we build our self-confidence? Love. loving yourself. And every time you start to hear a negative thing being said within you about yourself, shield yourself with the love that you have developed and continue to develop, and say, well, no, that's a negative thing, and that's very cool that you're saying that. And I don't have to listen to you anymore, because I know that I can do this. I know that I am worthy. I know that I have a divine heritage that is beyond anything some egoic man-made structure that I made coming into this world could tell me. You don't own me. I'm God's child. I'm divine. I have a love seed within me that was given to me by my prime creator that is going to overshadow anything you could ever come up with. And as you actually continue to do that, that gets smaller and smaller until eventually it goes poof. I allowed my abilities as a psychic medium to start showing me that the voice that was talking to me was a liar. And the more that I actually was growing and developing, the more the voice looked foolish and stupid, and it had to go do one because it just didn't fit into the field of my experience on any level. I was not a failure at it. I was not backing down from pursuing my dreams. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you can keep your vision and keep your goal, which you have in space because you're a dreamer, and you have that manifest, if you can keep your energy in alignment with your highest desires that are going to be for the good of you and the good of all man, you are going to go far in life, and no amount of self-doubt can hold you back from achieving it, because it is given with the stamping of the divine. Look, this sword is Michael's sword. And what I always say is, if you're having trouble with self-doubt, with negative things that happen to you that you can't seem to get rid of, they're like ropes binding you, Archangel Michael can cut the ties that bind and give you strength and help you to see the way forward. And there are meditations on the internet you can do that are going to be able to help you release yourself from negativity. Just put in release from negativity and Archangel Michael, and you should see a list of meditations, guided meditations, that will help you to accomplish your goal. And you have to then believe that once you've done the meditation, it's done with, and you don't revisit it. It's that easy. Just let it go. But you have to be ready to let it go. So you have to be ready for the healing that will take place. And it is a bit of crying, I have to say. A bit of crying. You have to be there for the leaky eyes. Somebody has a problem with making decisions. And you're afraid that if you make the wrong decision, you're going to slide back down the ladder of life. But you have to have confidence. Again, we're coming on to like confidence here. You've got a lack of confidence. And a lack of confidence when making decisions because you're worried you're going to make the wrong ones. How can you make the wrong one when you're a divine being? If you listen to your intuition, your pit of your belly, right, and you actually listen to your heart, these two chakras will never steer you wrong. When it's a bad decision, you get a really weird, horrible feeling in your stomach. You're like, no, something's telling me I shouldn't do that. And when it's a good decision, you get jitters and you feel all different and positive, and like your heart space glows. Why? Because that is the right path for you. So you'll always have a built-in ability on some level to know what is right and what is wrong, because God puts that within you. You know that feeling when you do something that really you know is wrong. Your heart space tells you, doesn't it? It's the same when you do something right. So how can you be having a problem with making decisions when you have a built-in system that guides you on your journey? And they're called your guides, and they use this system in order to help you. Not all of us get to hear our guides, which has always been a bit of a complaint of mine. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably really, really like bored of me going, I don't hear you. But, you know, we don't all get that. Some of us elected to steer our own ship. So we have to use this system here. But I don't think you need to worry, though, because look at the King of Wands, baby. I mean, you're here with a plan. So let me just go, because the King of Wands is an awesome card. But I cannot remember what it said. An entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful. See? A creative visionary, timelessness, success, and you have the fire in your belly to make it happen. But you can't keep letting lack of confidence and perceived indecision, because you are like worried you'll make the wrong one, get in your way between you and success, because that brings you out of alignment. And you have everything you need. Like, basically, you are a manifester, major manifester. You have majorly good ideas. You have the dreaming capacity and the youthfulness. I mean, you have that, like, uplifting, okay, pigs can fly attitude. Like, some people say, oh yeah, when pigs fly. You go, yeah, the pig can fly, and I'm going to put money in my bowl. See? You have a youthful heart. Youthful, like, children don't see obstacles. Only adults put them in the way. A child thinks they can do anything. You have that attitude of, I can do anything. But you have to get out your own way with your negativity. And it's something now, in order to put you back in alignment, that you're going to have to heal. You need to find out what it was that put it there. And then you need to actually be prepared to release it. And you need to ask for angelic help if you're struggling. And Archangel Michael will be able to help you with that, as I said. And if there is healing that's needed because it was very traumatic, also ask for Archangel Raphael to come in with his, that would be the blue ray and the green ray. Those two rays. So Archangel Michael's blue ray, Archangel Raphael's green ray. And Archangel Raphael's, it's just got such, I know he's the healing archangel, but seriously, his energy is just so amazing. So if you need that assistance and you need to be cradled by a loving, healing energy of Archangel Raphael, ask for that to come into your meditation, along with the strength and the releasing of binds from Archangel Michael. But be prepared to do it. So do some work with yourself. Sit and really examine when and how this came to you to be in this position. And then work on it yourself. Examine it from all angles. Realize the truth of who you are. And then go through a releasing ceremony. Okay, well, we've got the King of Wands here, and what they're saying to you is once you've finished healing and, you know, that lack of confidence is out the way, because you have such capabilities, they're saying now, once you've done this, try and remain humble, down to earth. Time to come down to earth. Self-importance is no longer required, because what you're going to be doing here on planet Earth is for the good of all, not for the good of you. You get me? You'll benefit, but not if you actually make it all about yourself. How can you benefit if you actually, you know, start to sour the pot with your own self-importance? It just does. You're intelligent. You know this. You know that if you actually start making it all about you, the people around you aren't going to respond well to that. And that energy is not how you get jobs done. It's how you fail epically, because people just don't like that kind of attitude, and you're going to have to work with people to realize your ideas. So teamwork makes the dream work. So staying down to earth. Because we are on planet Earth. Yes, we're divine beings, but we're here in a third dimensional space, moving towards a fifth dimensional reality. So we really do need to stay grounded within ourselves. And it's very important as we elevate our consciousness. And you have such abilities. You're going to be flying like a pig. Oh, look. There's the angel flying off. They're saying they want you to have faith because they want you to take that leap into the unknown and have faith that it's the right one. So stop being indecisive. They've got your back in heaven. They're like saying, go for it. Go do what it is that you want to do. Take that leap of faith because we are supporting you. Don't let this stop you from doing what you came here to Earth to do. Because you've got all of the tools. You're a major manifester. You're a dreamer. You're a boss man. You've got everything you need. Take out that lack of self-confidence and indecision, and it's time to fly. And you remember, I do this all the time, but I said about humility. Your spirit guides are saying, think of the High Lord of gratitude and service by having selflessness, humility in conscious action. So the number 2 is about spirituality, and it's about doing everything from a heart-centered consciousness. So conscious action is done through humility, selflessness, and love. And if you do that with all your ideas and know that you're doing it for a greater purpose, you're going to fly. You're going to have the diamond dreamer. You're going to have material wealth and true prosperity. And then there's transformation, intuition, and patience. This transformation that you're going through is not an immediate thing, okay? Nothing, it's all done in divine timing. And, you think, oh, great, I'll just bin that off and then I'll be flying 100%. No, it takes time for the energies to change, for our consciousness to build up enough momentum to skip tracks into a new creative space and change timelines to one where you are going to be on your higher path and you are going to be living more, in alignment with your highest path. So this will take time to do. This is not going to be an immediate thing, okay? And you need to know that. But because if you can actually do this transformation and you can have the patience and follow your intuition, it will occur, okay? And finally, they're saying to you, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So as I was saying about changing timelines and about moving into that positive space that is going to be for your highest good, that's going to actually have you doing the thing that you came here to do in alignment and have you feeling amazing because you got rid of self-doubt and lack of ability to make a decision, because you're going to start listening to your intuition. You'll know, and if you listen to your heart, you'll know what's best for you, okay? And you'll start seeing, as you start to change to the right place and you start seeking out and doing what I've said that is, needs to be focused on in order to make that move. If you then actually start moving forward and seeking out your path, you'll start seeing synchronicities because you're starting to be in alignment, and they'll become like crazy regular. Like I get synchronicities all the time. It's nutty. I'll be like looking at synchronicities so much and I'll be like, no way. Like I'll ask a question and then something will come up within the day that answers my question that I was asking to myself, because I'm on the track that I need to be on. So therefore I am getting the responses I need in order to further myself on my path. this will happen for you with your path, whatever that path is. Divine intelligence is everywhere because Prime Creator is everywhere. You're part of Prime Creator, the divine intelligence of all life. So when you start moving forward on the path with Creator, Prime Creator, obviously the divine intelligence is going to find you, isn't it? Because Prime Creator is with you all the time. So once Prime Creator sees that you've chosen a path, well, let's face it, going to support you. A parent supports their child. And the universe is an echo chamber that will start echoing back what it is that you wish to seek. But it takes time, it takes patience, it takes intuition, it takes that divine intelligence and confidence in knowing it is going to already here, in knowing that it's coming. You have to have that within you in order to make headway with what you want to do. I don't know what this is about, because there's going to be more than one person who this reading is for. But whatever the situation is, they're giving you the green light. As long as you can get rid of your lack of self-confidence and your lack of indecision and know that whatever choice you do make will be the right one, you'll always get to where you're going in the end. But it's just the length of the path that you walk to get there. If you listen to your intuition, it will always take you on the quickest path. Remember, cause and effect. So if you can be the cause of your own healing and your own pushing forward into the right space that you want to be in, if you chase those dreams and know that they are already reality because you're a major manifester and that you're a boss of your own life, your own existence, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do this. You just need to get out your own way. And that needs healing. You can't just sidestep something that's ingrained into you. You need to do the healing. But once you do take those out, what are you left with? Look, if I take these two cards out, you have everything in alignment. Manifestation power, which is soul. Dreaming power. Boss man energy. The human part of you. The dreaming part of you. Your brain. So you've got spirit, mind, body. Alignment. Okay? So it all works, but you need to actually fix these. And that is your responsibility. And it sucks because it often feels like an insurmountable task that you're never going to get there because it's so ingrained. And I can totally understand how that make you feel. But I went through a series of things that changed my opinion of me completely. The day that I actually knew that I was not, that I was on the right path and that I had everything I needed to do my job was on the 8th of April 2023. And I went to a day where we were doing mediumship all day. And I gave message after message after message. And they were detailed and they were accurate. And when I got home that night, my cats came down from heaven and I could feel them all walking up my bed. And they came to see me that night and they slept with me on the bed. And I went, I've come home. I know that is my path. And since then, I've had confidence in my abilities. Yes, some days are not as good as others, but we all have our connections wax and wane. However, I knew that I had the confidence I needed in order to go forward and know that I'm doing my job. And since then, other things have opened up to me. Why? Because it's my path. And I'm pulling that to me because I know that's my path. This is going to happen on your path Whatever it is you choose to do in your life, my darlings, it's going to work for you. But just get rid of this and this. Lack of self-confidence and your inability to make decisions, because you can't really make a wrong decision. If you do make a wrong decision, there's always a way out of it, and there's always a way around it. And sometimes we're put out of alignment. Remember what the book said? Sometimes we're put out of alignment in order to find what's right for us. So you can never make a wrong decision, not once on your journey. So cancel that one out. Resolve this one. Start looking at yourself objectively and knowing what you bring to the table is good. That's called self-love and self-confidence. Oh my goodness. The angels are saying, use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. You have manifestation power. I can't make this up. I really cannot. I did not pick these cards. Heaven did. There you go. The angels wanted you to have this message. I always ask the angels to help me in my readings, and they wanted to tell you specifically, who are watching this right now, that you have manifestation power and that you have spiritual gifts, and they want you to start using your gifts to attract your desired outcome. You are gifted. Oh my goodness me, we cannot make this up. Right, okay. Archangels have come to the table, because I work with the archangels, and I always ask them to help me. And they first want you to know you need, my darlings, to have self-worth. Yes, self-worth bestows a sense of confidence, expectation of success, and ability to love, which is what I keep telling everybody. You cannot love another person perfectly until you love yourself perfectly. How can you actually give perfect love to another if you do not bestow it to yourself? Decide on clear boundaries and limits, and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. You will earn respect. I have only recently accomplished said task of standing by my rules and standing by myself. And at first I hid in a toilet because I didn't want to speak to this woman. And then I thought, you're a grown woman, why are you hiding in a toilet? And she had been the one in the wrong, but I still didn't want to have to go out there and tell her that. Nice people don't want to do things like that, do they? But I was being nice to myself. Sometimes we have to actually kick the people who are toxic out of our lives for our own safety and mental health. It's always hard to do. Not everything in life is easy. If it were easy, we wouldn't come here as souls. This isn't called the Winterland for nothing. But I tell you what, I did not feel a sense of accomplishment afterwards. And I knew I'd done exactly what was needed for my life. So, if that's you in this reading, when you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offence and quick to forgive, which is true. Because you know what it's like to stuff up and how people feel when they stuff up, and that you don't want them to feel bad. And you do become quick to forgive. Doesn't mean you actually have to forget, but you do forgive. Remind yourself that you're likable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. It is hard not to let others press your buttons sometimes, and we are only human, but forgive yourself when that happens. Don't hold it yourself to like such high standards when you're a human being that you have these emotions, and they do take you on a little journey, but we don't have to stay there, and that's the point. Yeah, it's like we don't have to stay in lower vibrations. We can forgive that person, we can forgive ourselves, and we can actually come into a calm place and move forward in our life and let it go. And that is what we should do, because we can then go forward on our journey without the extra baggage. Because believe me, It ain't long before you're weighed down and then you've got to start chucking out the bricks. Remind yourself that you're likable and lovable. If you like yourself and love yourself, you're going to do that all the time, aren't you? Because you are. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. Did I just repeat myself? Yes, I did. But I think I must be needing to hammer that home to someone, because I always think that everything happens for a reason. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which enfolds others and makes them feel good too. Ask your angel to step into your aura and guide you. I am confident and worthwhile is your affirmation for this card. I would take that on board. And until you do believe it, I say do this, right? Look in the mirror every day and say, I am confident and worthwhile. Looking in the eye, looking in the eye, looking in the eye of yourself. And then smile. And at first you might feel like a nutter. I've done that exercise and I did feel like I was losing it. But after a while, I started to actually really feel great about that. And I felt like, yeah, I am confident and worthwhile. Yeah, I am lovable. Yeah, I do like me. I do love me. And if you've got to do that like Budgie in the mirror, so what? At least we get there. Some people never get there their whole lives. If you really want to dedicate the time to yourself and have other people want to do it too, that's a good place to start. And finally, they really were like it. They were on it, the Archangels, right? Second card, acceptance. That's a big one, isn't it? Acceptance. Because acceptance comes in so many forms. And acceptance of the things you cannot change. And focus on the things you can. And acceptance on you as a person. Like accepting yourself as you are. Knowing that you are worthwhile and knowing that you matter. Acceptance of those around you without trying to change them. I mean, there's so many ways acceptance comes into this world and matters, doesn't it? Isn't that right? Acceptance means unconditional love, which it does. God doesn't try to change us. God doesn't judge us. God doesn't actually, say, oh, you've been too naughty. God just loves us unconditionally. And God constantly there for us. And I think when it comes to our own lives, loving ourselves unconditionally and then spreading that love out to those around us is the highest goal that we could have for ourselves, I think, in life. Well, it is really for me anyway, personally. It is hard when we live in a society that judges very harshly a lot of things, and you've been brought into this world in a judgmental state, like everybody's judgy. But I think trying to change that starts with us as individuals. The angels remind you to accept everyone exactly as they are without judging, blaming, or wanting to change them. When you are totally accepting, you bear no malice or enmity towards anyone or anything. And I love this saying, and I say it all the time. It is what it is. And that's the start of wisdom. It's the start of enlightenment. It's ground zero for actually getting on the spiritual train and saying, I'm cool. Oh, that happened. Oh, it is what it is. That person's that way. Oh, it is what it is. See, when it comes to stuff like that, we come to this world with our own spiritual action plan, and everybody in our spiritual action plan has agreements with us to do these things. Like things that you would think, oh my God, no, really? They have a spiritual agreement that they want to experience that. The soul doesn't judge. The soul is not like a human being. We're very different, okay? So, you shouldn't judge what happens to other people or situations, because it is what it is, for the fact that they have their soul agreements. and we shouldn't be getting involved in something that doesn't concern us, doesn't involve us. We have our own lives and our own situations. That's all we should focus on. That sounds really like, oh, really? That's hardcore. That's a bit harsh. It's not harsh. It's just a different way of looking at the world. One that spiritually makes sense, but wouldn't make sense to a human being. If you put it into a third dimensional space, it's like, oh, that's really wrong and horrible. Unconditional love means not judging anyone or any situation or anything, but forgiving everything. Harmlessness through acceptance is a high state of being. This is a difficult quality for humans to embrace, for it is a divine quality. Nevertheless, the angels are drawing it to your attention now. You are also asked to accept yourself. When you truly do so, you feel centered and confident, and your divine self is revealed. And the final affirmation. So you've got two for the mirror, okay? The first one was, I am confident and worthwhile. This last one is, I accept myself and others. Because lack of acceptance is a block. It's a spiritual block. We want to remove that block in order to see our spiritual pathway through into the next greatest vision that you can hold for yourself. And if you're putting blocks in your way, negative, lower vibrational energy blocks, because you are attaching your judgment to people and to yourself, you're weighing them and you down. And it's not your place or space to do that. So that's why the angels have said that today, is that they want you to remove all of that negative gunk and allow yourself the breathing room to love yourself and others unconditionally. And in doing so, you free yourself and them, and your energy with people will change. You will notice that. Like, rather than people actually going around you, you will start getting big smiles and people will be ever so polite to you. It's so nice, really loving and lovely. And I'm just like, oh, thank you, you're so nice. Everything starts to change as you change, and you're going to end up feeling amazing. As Natalie said, I don't even know, Nicole, isn't it? Nicole Scherzinger says, amazing. And I can feel people cringing. Of all the things you could have said through that TV, Amy, I'm so sorry. But you are going to be manifesting. You are going to be amazing. You are going to have an amazing life. But you just need to get out your own way. And if God loves you unconditionally, and if God thinks you're absolutely amazing, and you mean, there's not even a word for how much you're valued, right? So it's time to start recognizing that within yourself. Always stay humble and you know, but you're going to be such a boss man, and you're going to have an amazing existence if you get into alignment with your highest potential. Wow. I mean, I've never had such a awesome reading. I mean, it's so good. So good. And your spirit guides, wow. Okay, my darlings, this was your reading today. I think it was, I'm going to say it again. I think it's brilliant, and I think you're brilliant. And if you thought this reading was brilliant today and it resonated with you, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're around. All I see at the moment is people viewing it and then not, interacting with my channel. And I love that you're viewing, but if you're not doing and giving me some thumbs up and interacting with the channel's not going to grow. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be me talking to you through the TV and not reaching the people I'm supposed to heal. So please help me by leaving me thumbs up today. And I really appreciate you. And I will be back with another reading soon. I'm going to be doing, where's the card? Yeah, I'm going to be doing something. Oh, there they are. I'm going to be doing card number 2. And it is a beautiful card. Look at that. Ooh, enlightenment. Yes, card number 2 is coming to you. Right, that's all for today, my darlings. My love to you all. Thank you for spending your precious time with me today, and I will see you in the next episode of Applebee's Tarot and Spiritual Life.